All right, Saagar, what are you looking at?
Well, as many here know, I've been interested in Bitcoin and its promise here for many years. When I first got into it, the promise of it really didn't have anything to do with making money. It was about censorship-free resistant money, about the verifiability of the blockchain, tales of circumventing government sanctions or hyperinflation. Somewhere along the way, though, it reached escape velocity in price, and then it actually became simple. It was all just about getting rich. When people began to not just get rich, but get filthy rich, that's when institutional capital, Wall Street, and the two-bit players that we're about to mention became the real people in the driver's seat behind crypto. It became, instead of a promise of a better financial system, to one that simply circumvented existing financial regulation on Wall Street to see genuine Wild West speculation on the internet. A reversion to the past rather than a leap to the future. It is in that vein that we have to discuss the stunning and precipitous fall of Sam Bankman-Fried, who in the period of just the last 2 weeks saw his net worth fall from a near $17 billion to zero overnight. So to start with, who is Sam Bankman-Fried? Well, I think it's fair to say he's a pretty weird dude. We've covered him before on the show as a major Democratic donor. He wanted to donate billions of dollars to the Democratic Party, to other aligned causes for something that's known as the effective altruism movement. We will save how cringe that discussion is for another day. But of course, the question arises, who is he? How did he make all that money? Bankman-Fried was the CEO of the crypto trading platform FTX, which was based out of the Bahamas. The reason FTX was based in the Bahamas is because its main value proposition was illegal in the United States. FTX enables massive leverage loans and bets on cryptocurrency futures, circumventing the global banking system and serving effectively as a speculative non-US hub of crypto trading. Bankman-Fried's core innovation was essentially building a platform enabling sophisticated types of financial transactions that Wall Street players have had for years, but for crypto, ahead of the boom in asset prices, enabling him to be poised perfectly for the last 2 years. The volume of trades on his platform ballooned over the last several years, surging his net worth into the tens of billions and turning him into some kind of effective altruist. But how does a multi-billion-dollar empire just crumble in just a week? So here's the story. November 2nd, CoinDesk, a crypto news platform, reported on a leaked document that one of Bankman-Fried's hedge funds, which is separate, had a large number of crypto tokens belonging to FTX on its balance sheet. That matters because Bankman-Fried's other firm, Alameda Research, was supposed to be a separate business, but in reality it showed that one of Bankman-Fried's businesses rested nearly entirely on a coin that was invented by the FTX exchange, not by any real dollars or other assets. This set up the perfect opportunity for a company called Binance, which is an alternative, large crypto trading platform, who struck. They announced, based on the news, they would then sell many of the tokens they had held issued by FTX, which effectively triggered a collapse in the price. Now, the fall of the price of that token triggered a separate run, traders on the actual FTX platform scrambling to withdraw their actual dollars and other assets. That run caused some nearly $6 billion in assets to be withdrawn from FTX in the span of just 72 hours, which of course triggered a cash crunch, as in FTX did not have enough cash to meet its outstanding obligations. At this point, SBF was screwed. He straight up didn't have the money, and he needed someone to bail him out. So he went to Binance and he begged for a bailout. On November 8th, Binance announced that it would reach a deal to bail out and buy FTX, but caveated that they had the right to pull the deal at any time of their own choosing. And then, the very next day, when we're all dealing with the election results, there was even more stunning news. Binance says, actually, they're pulling out of the deal as a result of, quote, corporate due diligence, and hinted that there were, quote, reports of mishandled funds. That is what set the spark, with an apologetic thread from SBF on Twitter where he said, quote, I fucked up and should have done better, with a pledge that he would be trying to raise some nearly $9 billion to cover the remaining assets within FTX so that his customers could withdraw their funds. But of course, with all the news, and despite previous major Silicon Valley backing, nobody was willing to bail him out this time, which ended in an official Chapter 11 bankruptcy. But now, with the bankruptcy filing, there's even more questions. What happened to all the money? Reuters reports that SBF had transferred some nearly $10 billion of customer funds from FTX to his sister hedge fund, Alameda Research, and that a large portion of that has since disappeared. Anywhere between $1 to $2 billion in cash. SBF's defense of the $10 billion in transfer is he had confusing internal labeling on his cash and, quote, misread it. When asked about the missing money, he simply replied, 3 question marks. Furthermore, FTX's own legal team finds on the back end, SBF had implemented a, quote, backdoor into the bookkeeping system, which allowed him to execute commands altering the company's financial records without alerting other people, including external auditors. That is how he was able to internally transfer billions upon billions to his hedge fund for then speculation without anybody noticing. As for what next, who knows? Cointelegraph reports that SBF is, quote, under supervision by Bahamian authorities and that he is exploring going to Dubai where there is no extradition treaty with the United States. The crypto industry has lost nearly $1 trillion as a result of XTF collapse, and trust in the industry is at an all-time low, comparable nearly to the Lehman Brothers collapse in the American financial system. I will end this monologue as I began it. When I first got interested in Bitcoin, it was the promise of something other than getting rich. Those that I met in the industry actually had a real passion for that. But just like with our original financial system, once speculation became involved, it became just like the Wall Street banks, but with looser regulation. I'm honestly not sure what the answer is. I know this. My friends who work in the industry have a lot of trust to gain back from the general public, who rightly are looking at this and they say, this sounds crazy. That's where we're at right now, Krystal. I mean, it's, you know, we've talked about Bitcoin and promise and all
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.